Chapter 10, Lesson 10, Opposition. Opposition exists in every area of human endeavor. Do not expect your climb to come without much opposition. Many will want what you have, and even more, will be after the same thing you're after. The loot may not always be big enough for you to share. You must learn to deal with all sorts of opposition, from friendly opposition to outside opposition. Friendly opposition does not mean they are nice about it. It means the problem is from your people, friends, family, or close acquaintance. You can deal with opposition in a variety of ways. 1. Absorb them into your team. 2. Outpace them. 3. Ignore them. 4. Banish them. The way you choose to deal with opposition depends on the power level and type of opposition. For example, when dealing with opposition from your people, the only way is banishment. If you smell a rat within your circle, you must banish them immediately. One thing you must keep in mind, though, is that the opposition must be dealt with, one way or another. You will have to consider the opposition to find out what works and what doesn't. If you're trying to get the attention of a powerful man, you must also keep in mind that there are also many others doing the same thing. How do you get them out of your way? That is the important question. Because, like it or not, they are in your way. If your target is paying attention to another person, then they are not paying attention to you. Pay close attention here. I'm not saying a person cannot pay attention to 2 different projects, or in this case, people, but that one takes preeminence regardless of how much that person tries to balance the number of resources and time they give to both. So naturally, you want to become the more important one. This is what this lesson is all about, dealing with threats to your ascendancy. We will now look at the different types of opposition and how to deal with them. Types of opposition. 1. Competitors. 2. Haters. 3. Snakes. 1. Competitors. These are people who are into similar endeavors to you. They are trying to achieve the same results as you. They may or may not employ similar methods, but they are definitely in the business. There are 2 types, and depending on which you're dealing with, you can choose one of 2 methods to handle them. A. Strong competitors. These people have a strong standing already. They have more power and influence than you, and sometimes more money. When starting, you don't want to get on their bad side too quickly, as they can cripple your growth before you even go far. Get them on your side if you can. If you can't, be careful. Stay off their radar for the time being. When you do have enough influence to go toe-to-toe with them, then you can face them. B. Weak competitors. You can easily absorb these into your team. You are more powerful and influential than they are. They have more to benefit from the alliance than you. So you offer them an alliance and keep them close so that you can watch them carefully. Alternatively, you can choose to ignore them. But this deprives you of the ease of a watchful eye. Remember, they want the same thing you do, so do not expect them to remain where they are for long. They will eventually come up as well. 2. Haters. These are people who dislike you for some reason. You have no obligation to find out why they dislike you. People have a plethora of reasons for disliking someone. It may be that they don't like how you're doing well. They may hate the way you talk, dress, or even smile. Whatever their reasons, all you need to understand is that this person does not like you. You generally want to treat these people as though they do not exist. You need them to keep putting in energy and attention towards you. They are another source of fuel, even though a dangerous one. A hater only becomes a hindrance when you start paying attention to them. The best way to deal with haters is to ignore them and let them pour life energy, attention, and brain power toward you. This does not prevent you from achieving your goals. It simply gives you more energy. The moment you start caring, you start losing. Someone says you're this or that, just ignore it. If they say you did this or that, still ignore it. They are the only opposition you must always ignore to neutralize and even use to your advantage. 3. Snakes. These are people within your circle who are secretly haters or have ulterior motives that do not align with your goals. What makes them dangerous is that they have the inside information. You cannot ignore them. If you discover a snake within your ranks, you must banish them immediately. Confirm the person is a snake before you banish them, because there can never be a return from exile. Once they are gone, they are now an enemy for life. If you let a snake go and return, it will bring havoc upon your endeavor. Exercise. You must first put down a list of possible competitors for your industry. The ones you can absorb and the ones you must stay away from. Act fast to neutralize the weak before they become a serious problem, and step lightly where the strong are to avoid getting crushed. Once you know who is who, you must write down your strategy to deal with each of them. I'll give you a simple example. If you're into construction and you know a competitor who is far more powerful than you, then avoid encroaching on their so-called territory. If you want building projects, great, but be careful not to go toe-to-toe with someone way more influential and powerful than you to avoid getting on their bad side. However, if the competition is way less influential and powerful than you, then reach out and offer them an alliance immediately. You don't have to act on the alliance or even pick up any new projects with them. Just the idea that you're on the same team and then keeping an eye on their activities will help you neutralize them temporarily and give you the edge. In the future, before they can get one up on you, you'd be way ahead of them. Conclusion. You must know who your oppositions are and how to deal with them. Use the proper technique for dealing with each and do not mix approaches. Keep a list of them, the active ones, the banished ones, the neutralized ones, and the ones you must watch out for. Grade each opposition based on perceived power level and tailor your approach accordingly. Remember, a man who knows himself and his enemy need not fear the result of 1,000 battles.